Charged with an F2 conspiracy to commit burglary and F2 burglary in 2013. Broke into a shed and stole music equipment. Come from a big hunting family. Trying to get my gun rights back. The reason I'm laughing is because burglary is always charged as a felony. There's basically 4 counts of burglary and 3 different gradings. You're going to get a quick version of that. Burglaries are either going to be felony 1s or felony 2s. All right, 2 classes. If you go into a person's house and their home, it's going to be a felony of the 1st degree. Very serious burglary charge. In fact, I think if you go into a house and nobody's home, it could still be a felony 1 because the home is the castle. If you go into a business and there's nobody there, less privacy concerns, it's a felony of the 2nd degree. When I was a prosecutor and a defense attorney, when I was a prosecutor, I didn't get it, and I'd have to talk to the police about it. But when I'm a defense attorney, I was just always going at the district attorney. This guy went into a shed on a lawn that might have an occupied house, but he took music equipment. Isn't this more like a business burglary where there's no one's there? I understand that it's a house and there's a lawn and a shed. But anyway, these are charged as felonies of the 2nd degree with potential maximum jail sentences of 10 years or more. My personal thought is I see the same burglaries, felony 2s, when a drunk kid goes into a distributor and takes a case of beer, or goes into one of my favorites to dislike was when you go into a high school tool shed because you're a teenage kid and you go in and toss the jerseys and the first plates around and stuff like that. I agree, it's criminal behavior, it's definitely criminal mischief, it's definitely criminal trespass, but the felony 2 nature of criminal burglaries, I think, is a little bit of overkill. So anyway, 2013, 9 years ago, felony, which raises the stakes. The more serious the crime, the more time the board wants to see go by before you apply for a pardon. But 2013, 2-year review process, that thing's going to be 11 years old. Nonviolent offense, when he was, how old? I'm betting you he was 20 or something. And then commits this, it's followed him around, it's dogged him for 10 years. I think we can help put together a sympathetic story about why the crime occurred and what he's done with his life since then. There are a ton of people in Pennsylvania that are hunters and fishermen. Not that you can't fish if you have a criminal conviction, but they're hunters and they either want to put meat on the table or they want to go to their hunting camp, and it's a tradition and a ritual, and taking people's firearm rights away from them as a result of old conviction is just one of the lingering side effects that's just not right. So, and also to answer a side question that I can hear coming up, if you get the pardon and then you get the expungement and that record is clear, then your Second Amendment rights come back to you as if they were never gone. The Second Amendment rights leave because you pick up a disqualifying conviction, whether it's a misdemeanor drug offense or whether it's any kind of felony. Those convictions disable your Second Amendment rights until they're removed. When they're removed through a pardon and an expungement, your Second Amendment rights come back without hindrance, to purchase, to possess, to carry, as long as there's no other disability from another state or another incident, your rights come back.